my feet gets the best of me. I can't seem to understand how you do this to me. You know I was a casualty until you stopped my heart and you made me see I need love. I need you. You know I was a casualty until you stopped my heart and you made me see I need love. I need you.
Hello, welcome back to RL Talk. Yeah, we're here. We're doing a review of week 1, as you can tell. Josh is back again. Yay! He's actually committed to this now. Yep, we are going to be reviewing week 1 of RLCS. RLCS is back, everybody. You know, we're technical difficulties this weekend. So yeah, we'll just hop right in with North America.
So, in North America, on the 1st of February 2020, the matches were cancelled. So week 1 started on the 8th of February 2020 at 8 o'clock. Pittsburgh Knights reverse swept Flight. You would expect them to win, not in this fashion though. Flight put up a very good fight as they were newly promoted. Same with Susquehanna Sonics. Nearly took down the number 1 seed in North America and probably the best in the world. I'm not sure after that performance though. Cloud9. Everyone squishing and everyone Cloud9 was saying they were back with their new meta. Well, it obviously didn't show as you can say, they made a couple of errors as they got swept by E United. Something no one would have expected as they thought Cloud9 would have returned. Space Station Gaming, the Ghost Gaming 3-1 today. Defeat them. The Ghost Gaming 3-1. Sadly, Scuff Station Gaming didn't make it to the RLCS. And G2 took down Rogue in a sweep as they got that 0-second goal. They must know how to get 0-second goals and concede 0-second goals as they didn't get vitality. But they've also scored 0-second Rogue. And in the end, Jada's got a really good double touch to make sure they got the sweep. As of week 1, it stands as G2 are first with G2 are first, E United are second, Space Station Gaming are third with a NRG are fourth, Pittsburgh Knights are fifth, still proceeding to the regional championship at this point, but it's only week 1, so all the other teams don't need to really worry yet. Flight 6th, Susquehanna Sonics, not too bad, 7th, Ghost Cloud9, Ghost 8, Cloud9, and Rogue 9th and 10th.
So Josh, I wanna don't know if you know, but I wanna talk about the first 3 games of the day for North America. Just not going the way that most people kind of expected, I guess. With Pittsburgh Knights having to reverse sweep Flight and NRG almost losing to Susquehanna Sonics in a sweep, but they eventually turned it around and won it 3-2. And then obviously Cloud9 got swept by E United. What are you kind of thinking on that? Because I think that's a bit, I don't know if that's like first week nerves from the big teams, which you don't really see that much.
Cloud9, I actually really excited about because I was watching. I was hoping Cloud9 would actually come back, but I don't think. Obviously, it's only week 1, so they can still breathe a lot. I'm actually disappointed. I thought they'd come back. And being honest, they did want a roster change. They didn't want to get Foxer, but when they played Foxer, they lost, meaning that it would have been a good change if they did get him. I'm kind of upset that Cloud9 didn't do well. But on the other hand, G2 have obviously shown that they've come back after nearly having a chance to maybe even possibly go to the rival series. So well done G2, but I'm sad that Cloud9 hasn't really shown anything in the first game of this year, century, and season.
Yeah, no, I think I really thought that Cloud9 were going to come back with a boom. I thought, like a lot of people, it was quite an easy match. I thought it was relatively an easy match for them to kind of get themselves back into. Maybe give up a couple games and inevitably win, so they can kind of get back into the stride of things. But they just got absolutely destroyed. And also with the Pittsburgh Knights and NRG, you kind of think they're like, as well as them two with Space Station, they're kind of like all going for like top two. And is it first week nerves that they've gone to game 5, or is it that North America is just getting really close, like Europe, or what?
Being honest though, James, Cloud9, it won't be first week now. They've been in RLCS for how many of the past seasons? Like 4 or 5 of the past seasons, so I don't see how it could be nerfed. Yes, it could be nerfed, as last season was really bad. But if they repeat this again, they're going to be a roster change. They wanted a roster change last season, they didn't get it. And it just shows that this roster may not be too good together and will definitely need a roster change. So, but then again, there are quite a few more weeks, like 8 or 9 weeks or something, left of RCS North America and league play. So let's hope they can turn it around and hopefully challenge for a land spot and not be facing relegation battles again. On the other hand, though, G2, well done, props to you. You beat Rogue 2-0. That's really good. That's a really good start to the season. I remember last time they did win their first season, and then they went the back. So let's hope they didn't follow the same path, and hopefully they can do a good season. At least not go into the promotion period. We can make it maybe so equal. See if they're going to get to land, but still, at the moment, it looks like it could be a much better season for G2, and we just hope for the best for them.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I completely agree. Just want to quickly touch on something before we jump over to EU. In the last episode, we mentioned our point scoring system for our predictions. You'll see our week 1 predictions compared to the actual predictions on your screen right now. You should have the prediction points there as well for both me and Josh. It'll be Josh first, then me. So yeah, Josh got 12. I got 18. What we will be doing is we'll be tallying it for NA and EU, and then we'll also tally it for both. So yeah, you'll also know our combined for EU and NA at the end of the video. It's a bit confusing, but as it goes on, you guys should get used to it.
So now we move into EU. So the first match of the day, Reciprocity versus Singularity. Obviously, with Sixers to be pretty dominant at Reciprocity, they've shown that they did win one game. The games were two of the games were only 1-goal games. So then again, it shows that they are pretty close, even if Reciprocity still were quite dominant. Red Vitality versus Endpoint, new team, but maybe this is just for communication going into 2020 World Cup Rocket League from Inter, I think. So maybe that's for that. Maybe that's the French team, and then just get used to each other. Then again, like Reciprocity, pretty dominant. 3 1-goal games, I should add. And FC Barcelona versus Veloce, they nearly conceded the reverse sweep, like what happened against Mouse. They got Mouse in the first or second week. Luckily, they just about brushed aside Veloce. Every game was a 1-goal game, except from game 3. The last game, 2 overtimes, 1 in favour of Veloce, 1 in favour of Barcelona. Very close. He put 3-2 to Veloce, but honestly, it could have been either way. TSM versus Dignitas, another close series. Dignitas took the first game, and then TSM took the next 2 games in overtime, and then it took the final 2 games. Every single game was a 1-goal game, except in game 4. Again, another close game like FC Barcelona versus Veloce. And then AS Monaco versus Mouse. Should I tell you, James? I was actually really scared when I was going to the first club. Like, Mouse's offense aren't generating any thingies. Because I thought going into this, the Mouse were a bit unbalanced. I don't think they had the right balance there, maybe to attack it too defensive. But maybe despite obviously 3 overtimes, all the games were 1-goal game, except in game 4. They're very close. then I just hope for the best for Mouse, as they were really unlucky last season to not make it to LAN after the week 5 blunder.
So for the league table in EU, it is quite close.
Yeah.
Top 3, Reciprocity, Mouse, and Renner Vitality. Apart from that, just really quickly mention, for his predictions, Josh got 36 points. He did absolutely beasting. I got 22, so not too bad. But that leaves Josh on 48 for the entire week, and that leaves me. On 40 for the entire week. So I'm 8 behind Josh. I need to catch him up. We'll see what happens next week. So they're all on the game differential the same. Then Barcelona and Dig are also on the same differential. Dig is 4th, Barcelona is 5th. Then we have Veloce and TSM, 6th and 7th on -1 game differential. Endpoint, Monaco and Team Singularity on -2, 8th, 9th, and 10th. So the league table is very close for EU. Something that, again, I want to say, although EU is notorious for being closer, there wasn't a sweep in EU.
No.
And
There
again,
are 2 in North America.
is this something of, it looks like Dignitas, Mouse, Renner Vitality, and Reciprocity are quote-unquote the big 4, although you can't really say that in EU at the moment because it's still very close. Again, are these teams that are notoriously known for being good having first week nerves, and are they very close to losing to these teams who are considered to be worse than them? Is there a reason behind this? I just think it's quite concerning for these top kind of teams, and maybe we just see a straight out brawl where anyone can win and anyone can go down, and maybe South America and Oceania could rise up in LAN. But I just think it's quite concerning how these teams that are notoriously known for being good are not showing up in week 1. But it could just be week 1 nerves. But if it carries on, it will be quite concerning for me. Josh, what are your thoughts on that?
I just want to point out here
Oh, right, okay.
that it's out of 90. So, that's not actually very good. Okay, so in North America and EU, you cannot say that there's a big 4. Because if you say there's a big 4, you got very stupid. Because can you not see the fixes, how close they are? No sweeps. Pretty close if you ask me. So we've got someone who's going to be showing their predictions, and he may never ever feature on the channel, but he sent me over his predictions on Tuesday, I think. And I'd be excited to see how many points he gets. He's not going to get any, but yeah, I don't know. So
yeah,
we've got 3 people predicting, and that's it from me. Now over to James to end the video.
You get 90 points from NA and EU combined, but something I do want to mention, that will be 135 of next weekend, because we're also doing South America and Oceania predictions. South America starts next weekend, Oceania the weekend off.
And I'm going to leave the channel soon because it's so annoying. I don't want to do I have to do 4 videos a week. I have to do this one, that one, maybe even the roster changes, maybe even a prediction, then a review. Oh my god, it's so difficult. Please just help me and James by showing the support. Like and subscribe, because apparently we don't say this enough. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And goodbye.
Bye.
I think I need therapy. When my feet gets the best of me, I can't seem to understand how you do this to me. You know I was on casualty until you stopped my heart and you made me see I need love. to me. I can't seem to understand how you do this to me. You've been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby,